welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I thought I would do my June faves and flops, and it's certainly been quite a year this year so far, and June has been quite interesting. Yes, they are doing lawn work, of course, when I start the video. Let's start this off. I think I'll just go through the order like I normally put makeup on, and that way we can cover all the bases here with the things that I really liked or didn't like. And then I have a few other items that are non-makeup that might be of interest. So let's start this off with the Herborian brand of concealer. I like their BB cream with ginseng very much. You can get this on Sephora or you can get it on Amazon. It's a click up like the Maybelline Age Rewind. This one is the Claire or Fair shade, and they do have a Dore, which is a medium shade. There's quite a difference in those two as far as the darkness and lightness goes, and there is also another shade that's darker. It's not extremely deep, and the Fair shade is not extremely light, so it does limit a little bit the folks who can purchase this and have it work for them pretty well, but I think it's very forgiving as far as blendability. I love how this lasts. It looks very natural on, and it's brightening. There's a little bit of coverage. If you don't have any extreme dark circles under your eyes, this is wonderful. And I love the Korean makeup is just becoming such a wonderful thing, and a big part of my skincare and my cosmetics, so I'm trying to go with higher quality stuff. So that's Herborian, and it is the concealer, the Touch Pen Concealer. Now everything that I'm talking about I will list below with a link to it, and it helps me out if you click on the link just to look at it, because we YouTubers can use all the help we can get right now. It's really tough right now. Now this is like very exciting to me because I received this sampler of all of the shades of the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I mean, this goes very, very deep, and it also goes very, very light. In fact, I am shade 9, and that's right about here. I'm shade 9, which is a neutral medium light. That's what the shade is that I'm wearing right now. So if you can gauge it, I mean, the light shades can go really, really light. So your extremely pale person is going to be happy. They do go very, very deep, almost to a dark, dark, dark walnut brown. So I would say they have a pretty good range here, mid-range. The light range, probably more than they need, but they have undertones, and I think that that's important. They have golden undertones, neutral undertones, and cool undertones, and I really like this. This is the one, number 9, has got, I believe, a pink neutral undertone, so it's working really well for me, and I really love this foundation. I think it's a holy grail for me. I like it better than anything else I'm using right now. The packaging, really nice, but packaging isn't that important to me. It's $68, so it is a bit pricey. You do get a little over an ounce, I believe, in here. It's 1.18 fluid ounces, so, and they say to shake it up really, really well. So I do. Shake it side up, shake it out. This pops up. You do have a pump here, and I just wasted some here, but I just want to show you. It is a very thin, skin-like foundation. It's absolutely gorgeous on. There is no scent to it. There is no build-up cakiness to it. I have lots of texture on my skin and lots of wrinkles, some of them very deep. It did not settle into the wrinkles. It did not show texture. It's perfect over large pores. This is probably one of the most fantastic foundations I've ever tried. And I can't say that lately about many. You know, I did like the BB creams and things like that. This as a foundation has been phenomenal, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so glad that I ventured to try the sampler pack. And I tried, they had number 10 and number 2. Number 2 was wicked light, wicked pale. Number 10 was just a little bit dark for me, so I knew that I was going to be the 8 to 9 range. So I think that that's great. So if you do order from Sephora, I think this is one of the options for your perks. You can get 2 samplers, and this is one of them. I'd highly recommend you try this. This is an amazing formula. Now, my skin is normally dry with some dry patches. Sometimes I get hot and sweaty in the middle of my face. In this heat and humidity in Connecticut, it's really bad. So this just handled so well. It travels well, it works well during the day, it doesn't break down. Till about the 7th or 8th hour, then I noticed that my chin redness was coming through. So there is a little bit of breakdown later on, but I mean, I've really been putting it to the test, absolutely. So Pat McGrath Labs, I'm not normally a huge fan of this brand because I think they tend to be a little overpriced. And yes, this is a pricey foundation. You do get more than an ounce in this pack, and it's a very heavy glass container, and the packaging is wonderful. So yes, totally recommend this, and I can say with confidence that right now it's my favorite foundation. I cannot say anything nice about this one. This is Physicians Formula, and this is the Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. And this is something that somebody else recommended. I think it might have been like Jessica Braun or somebody like that. They loved it. But you know, maybe on younger skin this works really well. It's very, very golden, this particular shade. It wasn't that far off of the shades either. This is medium. This is medium, and they all seem to run really golden. And all I can think is because people are getting tans in the summer that they think this is gonna work, but very patchy, runs into the lines, looks, you can see little pieces of texture on your skin from this. Absolutely total fail. Total fail. I ordered this because of so many people's recommendations, and again, I can't trust anybody anymore because I'm not agreeing with people. This is the Haley's drops that everybody talks about that you can buy. I think Beautylish I got this off of. It was expensive. Reinvent BB Drops Tinted Marula Face Oil. Now, I didn't have any luck with the Kosas face oil or the Ilia face oils. They just look patchy on me, and I don't know if it's just me or if other people did other things with them to make them work, but it didn't work for me at all. And the Haley's drops, I'm going to show you a picture of my face after I applied the Haley's drops. All right. So it looks like a magic marker almost. And you squeeze the top portion, that's where the product is, and these are the infamous drops. Very, very golden toned again. There is that smell of that kind of nutty organic salad smell to this, and I've smelled it before in a cheaper product from somewhere else, and it might even have been a Wet n Wild or a Milani product or something like that. But I smelled this before and it just did not work at all. This section up here is the section that holds the product itself, and my gosh, what a terrible experience this was. I was so disappointed, and I think I was more disappointed because people had given it such high ratings, and it's awful. So Haley's drops were a fail for me. So were the Kosas tinted oils and the Ilia tinted oils. So if you have luck with those two tinted oils, you may like this. Some people love this. So it's got to be user error or something. I didn't do something right. I didn't shake it up enough. No, I did shake it up enough. I tried putting powder right over it to see if that would help, and it did a little bit, but I just saw no good from this. This was just not a good application. It didn't have a good look to it. It was patchy. It was uneven looking. And it smelled, you know. Okay. All right, and you know, I have to say that the Herborian, these are the CC creams and the BB cream from Herborian. These are two different colors, and I mix them together and put them on my face. There is SPF 30 or something like that in here. These are expensive for the amount that you get, or these would be perfect also. These are like my Holy Grail BB-CC creams kind of thing. The BB cream I got in the with the ginseng. I got it in too deep of a color, and it goes even deeper when it dries. It does seem to oxidize a little bit, so I think it's just a little too dark. The medium's too dark and the light is too light, so I mix the two together for my perfect shade. It can get heavy if you try to put a second layer on. It can get too heavy looking, so but I do like it, and there's good skincare in here. Again, it's another Korean brand. I love the concealer best out of this line so far. So Herborian, the CC cream, and the BB cream. And from the drugstore, if you really don't want to order anything from Amazon or from Beautylish or Sephora, I'm still enjoying the Neutrogena, and these are the Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector. And number 20 is kind of a light shade, and number 30 is a medium shade. So if you mix the two of those together, you get a nice medium light shade. And it's a delicious kind of BB cream feel to it. It does look very nice on the skin. It doesn't settle into lines. I do have to pat everything down after I've applied it, and then put a little bit of powder to set around where the wrinkles are with this product. But I do like this very much from the drugstore. Neutrogena, and it's the Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector. Don't get any of their tinted moisturizers or tinted BB creams. Really bad. Moving on to blush. Again, Physicians Formula. This is the Dewy blush in Pink Berry. And I initially heard somebody say they loved it, so I bought it. It's got a nice little pump there. This is a cream product. The feel of it is very, very greasy, like olive oil or Wesson oil. It feels like cooking oil. And I know I said that like way too many times in my last video, but I just hated this. I just hated it. Now it does dry down a little bit. And the color was kind of nice, but it disappeared like almost instantly after I applied it. I had to put another blush over the top of it to make it like set, but this is total fail. This Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Cream Blush. Just think Wesson oil if you see it in the store, and you'll remember not to get it. This was a sample blush, and I got this recently from Sephora. It is from Shiseido, and it is called Sonoya. And this is a weird jelly feel, similar to the ColourPop. A little goes a really long way. I put just a little bit on, and it went, you know, it just boom, took off on me. What a nice texture, and it says it feels invisible on your skin, and it does. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. It plays well with others. I mean, I put a highlighter over the top. I do have a contour underneath. It's a very pretty color too. This is number 01 Sonoya from Shiseido. And I'm going to use the sample up and see how I feel about it, see what other colors they have, because I might get something that's a little bit lighter and a little bit more pink, I think. But this is awfully pretty, and the texture's just so, it's jelly, moussey kind of feel. And it's just a teeny little drop goes, and it really does make a huge stripe on your face. So you have to blend it, but it blends nicely. I mean, it looks, and it dries down to a pretty kind of powdery finish. So I do like that from Shiseido. This is the Mary Duminizer, and I know a lot of you old-time YouTube watchers will remember Mary Luminizer from the Balm. That was a nice highlighter that everybody used. Everybody used it because it was just such a beautiful highlighter. You could go really strong with it, or you could go very lightweight. This is the liquid version. I will just put, this is the stronger version if you want to go really heavy with it, or if you just want to put a light glow, you can do that as well. So you can go both directions with this. There's a lot in here. It has a doe foot applicator, and they do have several different of the manizers. They have the kind of the reddish one and the golden one, so there is something for everybody in this liquid highlighter range. And I think in summertime the liquid highlighters are really pleasant to use. I bought that when they had the sale on Kohl's of their Balm stuff. They are limiting their Balm stuff, I think. This is the Essence Brow Designer Pencil. Nice and basic. I don't like the brush on it. It's awfully stiff and very difficult to use. So I think this was more a fail. The other one, the Micro Brow from Essence, I think is a better deal. And the blonde shade is very light. Almost so you can't really see it too well. So this was a fail. Moving along into eyeshadow palettes, I first have to mention that I got this. This is an Essence eyeshadow brush, and it just works so well. I have now used it 4 times, and I wash my brushes after each use. I'm just paranoid that way. It's kept its shape, it hasn't shed, it's like the perfect eyeshadow brush, and this is $2.99 in the Essence section. And I don't know if it's new or not, it's new to me. I love it, I think it's great. So the Essence eyeshadow brush, I might try something else from them, from their brush line. Also from the drugstore, very affordable, this is the Nudes of New York. This was listed by several people as a palette they absolutely love. And I hadn't tried it, I think, because I have so many different nude palettes, and Maybelline doesn't strike me as being like real innovators in the eyeshadow area. But this is very, very doable, functional, a nice starter thing. They've got some shimmers here, they've got some mattes. You can make a nice basic eye with this. You can kind of glam it up a little bit. They have this little pop of pinky purple. It's kind of nice. Put that somewhere. Doing a purple thing today. And then you have your warm oranges. When it gets into August, September, October, you've got kind of a nice autumn palette here as well. So the quality is not bad. I think for a drugstore palette, this worked pretty well, and I'm pleased with it. I did order something that was on sale at Sephora. Cute box, really cute box. Those are the people that are involved with Melt Cosmetics. Melt Cosmetics put this out. This is the Impulsive collection, and it is a really nice series. There's 18 colors here. Let me just take the plastic off of each. Each one has its own plastic cover. Okay, here we go. What I really liked about this is the colors are so pigmented. I mean, this is Pressed Pigments palette. So these colors are just amazing, amazing. And they stain your skin so that it's there for the day. So if you need to put your makeup and have it stay for the day, I bought this because there's colors in here I can pull from just as a little quick pop of color. I'll have a basic eye and then add one of these in, And it really makes a beautiful, beautiful color. Let me just add this in here. Just pretty, just really pretty. And you can use the lighter shade on the inner corner if you wish. Very pigmented, very beautiful, and this is on sale right now. I think it's half price. It's like $32 on the Sephora website. So that usually means they're discontinuing it, or you know, they're not going to be pushing it. I don't know why it wasn't more popular on YouTube. Maybe because the colors are things you would add, and you couldn't make your own eye look from this really. Maybe if you were younger you could, but I thought that this was just fabulous as a grouping of different colors to use to add a little pop to your eye look. But you do need to use a separate palette to make the cohesive eye look. So I would say that's the only drawback with a palette like this, is that it's really a specialty palette. And it's just really nice packaging. It is a nice cardboard packaging. And the shadows are very well protected from each other, so there's no fallout between the shades. Now I've been recently been doing this thing called Dressing Your Truth, and I have the whole style kit and everything, and I'll be doing a video in the future about the details of that particular system. It's a whole system of dressing, makeup, hair, everything. And one of the changes I'm starting to make is the makeup colors I'm using. And this is from Viseart. This is the Cool Mattes palette. I had this one time a couple years ago. I think I gave it away in a giveaway because I was going through this warm phase. So this is the Cool Mattes palette, and it's perfect for, you can see how well it coordinates with what I'm wearing, and you know, it's just a very pretty look. You can make a regular base eye with this. You can add a little bit purples, grays, and blues even, and you can do an awful lot with this. I really like it very much. Viseart, of course, is just no comparison with the quality. I had a few other fails. This one is big because it is the cremated palette from Jeffree Star. I bought this one thinking that I was going to get some nice new cool tones. And it turns out it's really just kind of a white and gray with a little bit of blue cast eye look you can get from this. It's a one-trick pony. The names are cute. The imprints are cute. There's an urn here, a star with a little halo on it, a hearse. Just, who would have thought? And there's a gravestone too, a grave monument. I'm not even going to go into that. The packaging is white marble with a variegated line in it, and that is sort of everything on here, including the outside packaging had little urns on it. So it's very well thought out, and it was thought out way before the pandemic happened. So I felt bad for him. You know, A, Nathan left him. B, his dog died. One of his dogs. He has like 6 Pomeranians, and one of them died. And so he's had quite a bad start of the year as well. A lot of people are quite offended by him and offended by things he's said in the past, and I too have kind of joined that road. I actually don't want to promote him. So I am going to be probably giving this away. Within the next couple of videos I'll be doing a giveaway, but this will be given away. But I just found that the colors were so somber and flat. But I mean, the theme of this is supposed to be like ashes and cremation and death and yeah. I found that the glitters and some of the satins were too glittery and thin, and there was a lot of fallout. There was a lot of kick up there. The mattes were nice, but again, everything had this cast to it of gray-green or gray-blue, and I just didn't get enough variety in here to make this palette work for me. There's just a couple individual colors I think were wonderful, but not enough for me to hold on to this. And like I said, I really don't want to promote him anymore. I think that whole drama scene and those YouTubers that are all involved in all that drama stuff, I'm so tired of that. And I just think by buying this stuff, I'm kind of buying into it, and I don't believe in that. And also, when I found out that he had done this kind of racist video, I was pretty offended, and so that kind of pushed me over the line. Everybody has their line with Jeffree, and that was mine. So Cremated was a fail, not just because of the person who created it, which I usually try to ignore that part of makeup, but the palette itself, it just falls flat for me as far as variety and being able to use it for different things. I mean, I could never travel with this. I'd have to have 2 or 3 other palettes in order to have it give me the 1 shade or 2 shades out of it that I like. So Cremated was unfortunately a fail. Another fail, and it's taken me a few months of use to figure this out. This is not the same formula that it was when it first came out. This is Too Faced's Chocolate Bar. I was suspicious of it because it just seemed like it took an awful lot to blend stuff. It took an awful lot to apply. It wasn't as opaque as I remember. I just feel that the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette was just, it was changed somehow. And I can't prove that the formula has changed. All I know is that I've tried so hard to use this. I used to use it as an everyday palette because I love the colors. And I was using it almost every day, and I'm thinking, geez, it's taking an awful lot of work. And then I thought maybe it's just because I'm spoiled using the Visearts, using the, expensive, the melt stuff and everything else, which is far more pigmented. But it just seems like it's lacking. So I've got to change my mind on it. And the chocolate smell, even though I understand why he did it, to make it a full sensory experience for the user, I think that this is going to be a fail. So I was in TJ Maxx because there's only so many stores that are open right now, and this one was, they had a lot of their makeup out, and what they have done at TJ Maxx is they've taken out all the palettes that people had stuck their gnarly, nasty fingers through, and they had things sealed up, so I couldn't see anything. I couldn't open this up to look at it, but it was called the Boss Babe palette, and it's wire bound like a notebook you would take to school. And when you open it up, it's little smile face dots here. But it looks like it'd be a really nice little palette, with all the colors in here. A nice neutral palette, starter palette. It is from COLORBASH Cosmetics, and it's just really cheap. It's cheap fillers, cheap, made in China. I'm just so disappointed in this. Cute packaging, real fail as an eyeshadow palette. Moving on to mascaras, I have 2. The first one is from the Balm. This is the Matte Lash Mascara. This is a really nice volumizing, thickening, lengthening mascara. I was really pleased with it. It's a little wet of a formula, so you will get, and there's a slight curve plastic to it, you will get a little bit of that kind of spray that you can get sometimes with a wet mascara. When you're putting it on really quick, you get a little spray of dots behind it. You have to clean up with a Q-tip, but you have to do that after any mascara. Well, I do anyway, because I don't see it at all. I think, oh, this looks good. And then I look in a magnifying mirror, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like polka dotted like a Dalmatian. What happened here? So, Matte Lash Mascara, really, really nice. I do recommend it. It was on sale at Kohl's, so I don't know if it's still on sale or not, but I did put a link for it below. I think it's great. I think it's a really nice all-purpose mascara for just about anybody. It's called the Eyes to Kill Classico Mascara from Armani, and it was like a 100-point perk from Sephora. Really, really nice. I love this brush. This is an old school mascara brush. I mean, you can control it, you can put it exactly where you want it. I'm wearing it now. I love this mascara. I think it's great. It's probably way overpriced. I don't know what the full-size price is, but right now you can get it as one of the perks at Sephora. If you order from Sephora, you can get this as I think it's a 100-point perk. So I totally recommend the Armani Eyes to Kill. Going into lips, I just will briefly bring this up again. Wayne Goss, I did get 3 of the Wayne Goss products, and it was the beginning of the month, and you know, I've never seen anything disappear so quickly off of YouTube. I mean, everybody was talking about it, they couldn't wait, and then like I haven't heard about it at all in the last couple weeks. I was disappointed in them. The colors were very restrictive and not very broad, and the quality of the lipsticks was less than I thought. And there was transfer, they were sheer, there was that kind of orangey color. But the one thing that really freaked me out and freaked other people out when I told them about it was the orchid shade matching one of the LA colors from the Dollar General store that cost me $1.99. And this is the LA colors called Getaway. I'll just put it right here for you. And then the orchid shade from this is the orchid shade from Wayne Goss. Let's put it right underneath. There is no difference between these two, except the LA Colors one has a Gaki fragrance in it. And that's the only difference between these two. They wear the same. Actually, that one wears better. The LA Colors wears better. But when I was in the store, I was in Dollar General, and I said, yeah, this shade looks familiar. And it was the same as my Wayne Goss. I'll do it again. This is Wayne. And this is LA Colors. LA Colors. I think I said LA Girl when I first reviewed this, but yep. Now there's kind of a florally, sickening sweet scent to the LA Colors, and that's the only difference in the two that I can tell. So, and the packaging, of course, is the cheap packaging, but there you have it. They're exactly the same. I did like the Hyacinth lip gloss, though. I think that is a beautiful lip gloss, and I will put it on now over the top of what I'm wearing. This is Hyacinth, the lip gloss from Wayne Goss. And it transforms any shade that you have with a slight color variant. I like it very much. And on its own even, this gloss will make a nice like lip product on its own. So I was very pleased with the Hyacinth lip gloss from Wayne Goss, but the lipsticks, the 2 lipsticks that I got, I was disappointed in. Amaryllis isn't bad. That's the other shade. Amaryllis is the other shade. Again, you know, they were kind of expensive for what you get, and now the Amaryllis shade is a light version of, see, it's a little bit lighter. You see how all the shades were so similar and so close. But I did like the Amaryllis. The quality of it was a little bit better, and it was a little different than the other one, but it's so close. Had a more of a pinker kind of cast to it rather than the golden cast. So I'm just really surprised. And now everybody's all hepped up over his release of the brushes, his overpriced brushes. And I wasn't really attracted to those brushes, so I didn't get those. Now another lipstick or lip product fail was this one, and this is the Jelly Melts from Sephora. And I know somebody said these were like fabulous, they loved them, and there was a nice variety of colors. And when I went into Sephora, when I did that little tour of Sephora and stopped at this stand, all the colors were there, which was nice. Now, it's very, very sheer. Looks very, very patchy on. I don't know why people love this. And there is this sickening candy kind of smell to it on top of it. Doesn't really dry down very well. I'll just show you. Let me blow on a little bit, give it a chance to dry down a little bit. This particular color is called Foxtrot. And I'm foxtrotting it right back into Sephora for another return. Yeah, there's transfer, and look at that, disappears. Just disappears. So, total fail on the Sephora Foxtrot shade. Maybe the other shades are better. Maybe that's what they were saying. I don't know. What I did get, and I did like, this is the Artist Couture. And these are the lip glosses everybody's talking about, and they are really lovely. This one is called Shameless, which I think was either a Huda Beauty shade or a NARS shade or a Marc Jacobs shade. I don't know. Somebody had that shade name. This is a beautiful Your Lips, but way the heck better shade. I wear this to work every day. Every day. I love it. Let me just take off what I have and I'll put it on for you. It gives my lip shine, and it gives my lips a healthy look. And I think when you're older especially, and you want to look fairly professional and conservative at your job, this is a wonderful lip gloss. Now there is that kind of minty, plushy thing going on. I don't think it's supposed to be a lip plumper, but I do feel a little bit of heat. The peppermint is in there. There's a mint in there. So maybe it is a plumping. I don't know, maybe that's why I like it on my mouth so much. I think it makes my lips look great. And it's a very conservative color. I might try another color in this because I do like this, so. And that color was Shameless. Now Dior sent, this was another one of the perks. This is Dior, and these are the Attic shades for summer, I believe. I had these on when I started. These are beautiful, beautiful shades. The formulation for the Dior Addict is just amazing. You will love it. This shade is wonderful. This is called Pink Meteor. It is a Stellar Shine shade. Pink Meteor, and absolutely beautiful. I will be getting the full size of that and have a look through to see. It just feels so buttery beautiful. It really does. And it just goes on your lips so nicely and stays. It doesn't make the little lines where your cracks are in your lips. I like that. This is like a glittery overcoat shade. I didn't try this one yet. This one is nice also. This is called, now this had a little glitter ball in the front of it, which I did try to dip into, and I was wearing the combination of these two shades when we started the video today, so really nice. And they give you a little lip brush to put them on with. That's just so classy, you know. But it's just a really nice sampler. Again, if you've got the 100 points or the free samples, have a look. And Sephora is really up their game as far as their mailing. I'm getting things now in 2 days like it used to be, and everything's packed nicely in paper. Never was before. They used to just dump a lipstick in the box and mail it, and it'd be, you know, rolling all over the place, and you'd open it and there'd be your shipping label and there'd be that rolling one piece of cosmetic in there, but no more. They're taking care now. I think they're listening to us, which is good. And I think they're scared because their sales must have gone down. They must have. There's no way they couldn't have. Ulta too. But I was impressed with how well they did their packing and everything, and how they have, you can use your points now for money. I got $10 off my order by using 500 points. The fact that I have 500 points is a little sad, but Okay, let's go into a few other items. This was in the Dollar Tree, and this is the Awaken body lotion and cologne in the shade Orange and Ginger. Boy, was this refreshing. I was shopping one day and I just happened to see it and I got it, and I used this as a hand cream, and it is kind of an orangey ginger smell to it, but it's just fresh smelling. It smells like summer to me. And the little rollerball cologne. It's a little rollerball cologne. It's just very nice. It smells like orange soda. So if you like the smell of orange soda, this is your guy here. So, and it was $1 for both pieces. So, you know, if you're looking for a real quick fix, you know, if you're traveling or whatever and it's getting kind of bad in the car, you don't know, you know, great. Still using the Lumi deodorant, and I think now more than ever you should be very aware that regular deodorants that you get in the drugstore that have aluminum chlorhydrate in them, it's linked to cancer. And the first thing they tell cancer women to do is to stop using deodorant that has aluminum in it. So why would they even bother, you know? So I've been looking at natural deodorants just as a preventive measure, and these work so much better even than the Native. And I was using Native for a while, which I was getting at Target. The Lumi, these are part of the sampler pack. You get like 5 flavors in the sampler pack. And I like the unscented, and then this is the Jasmine Rose. So just these two. The other scents were either too woodsy, manly kind of scents, or just way out there. I don't like lavender either, and I thought it was a little strong. So I like these two. The unscented is the best. You can use this as a cream under your arms, the bra, in that bra area that you can sometimes get sweaty and icky, and other places. This actually was developed by an OBGYN for her patients for the nether region. So, okay, that's all I'm going to talk about. That I hate those things. And I hate those ads that they're putting before a lot of people's videos. And they haven't done it as often, but that one with that stupid girl standing there in her boyfriend's plaid shirt, and she's going, trim your balls with this. I'm like, oh my God, don't put that in front of my video. We can't pick what goes in front of our video. So I was helpless there, because it seemed like every single time I put up a video, that stupid ad with that bimbo would come up. Like, oh my God. Last item here, well, second to the last. This is the elderberry gummies, and elderberry is thought to help with immunity and help you have a stronger immunity system. And elderberry wine, elderberry syrup, elderberry extract is in a lot of things. So this is great. And the gummies, I got them at CVS. This is in Nature's Bounty elderberry. It was buy one, get one free. So I'm stocked for a little while, but I have been taking elderberry since the onset of the COVID-19 thing, and knock on wood, I haven't had a health problem, which is good because I don't have insurance right now. I would say, you know, if you can keep your health up and be safe and don't take risks, even though the government says you can go to all these places, really take caution, okay? Because we don't want you to get sick. I need you to comment on my videos. We need you to watch. We need you healthy. We need you here. So keep your personal safety first. And I know we're all sick of it. We're all sick of the whole thing. I can't even watch the news anymore. So just be mindful of the fact that wearing a mask protects you, and it protects others in case you happen to be a carrier and you don't know it. So please be considerate of the community. And I know it's hot outside. I know that, you know, you can't believe that it's still going on. It's been since March that we've had these lockdowns and shutdowns and masks and gloves and everything else. I'm still working at the grocery store at night, and I'm still seeing people coming in without masks, without gloves, coughing, sneezing, because there's hay fever. Anyway, we will get through this. We will. It's going to be a long summer, but I hope all of you are having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.